really sealed their draft here. Like it just finished it filled in all the boxes. They have the early pressure. They have the damage later with the Razor. Razor punishes these super tanky heroes because even though his initial burst damage isn't that great, it's like it doesn't help you to survive an extra 10 seconds if you do 0 damage and he's suddenly hitting for 400. So I think Liquid's going to have all the pace they need. They have the late game condition for the Enigma. Taiga has shown that he can absolutely carry these games. I think they're all on their comfort zone heroes. They rotated a puck to support, just like Kyle said. I like their draft a lot. I think Liquid's got this game.
All right, thank you very much, Brian.
I agree. I'm questioning though, what will the Alk Ags on DK do? Because it doesn't take you right to Black Dragon, right? That would be the 4th level.
Exactly.
So in theory, you could do something weird. Maybe you get 12 like you get the Red Dragon faster, or Frost Dragon faster. Like, does that affect your ability to take stacks or something? Like, how strong will a level 15, 16 minute Frost Dragon be for mid one?
I'm trying to think about maybe if they just look towards giving like the Rubik, or like they activate the support in a different way. But again, it's more, I think it's just a drafting thing. You're not leaning on the Ags now. It's just more, okay, we have the heroes. If we want to go Ags, we can. But, you know, it's a refreshing game.
You can give Rubik the Ags, and he's going to steal Black Hole.
Yeah?
You're going to be able to steal it. Saxa will steal it.
I got to say, I mean, Robson's the last 2 picks, they're true. Maybe this is why we bring a coach on panel. Liquid's got this.
Yeah.
They have 2 coaches.
And
got one
I
here.
think everybody wants Liquid to get this, because that means we'll get a 3rd game to the series, because they are 1 game down at the moment. What will happen in game 2? We're going to find out together with m'iCKe and Purge.
Well, it seems like OG is doing Alchemist 2 Electric Boogaloo here, but I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, Purge, because everyone seems very excited to see that.
Yeah, we'll see if the sequel is as good as the first video. It almost never is, this first movie.
That's not true. There are some films where the second movie is even better.
Terminator.
That and Star Wars, hello? Empire Strikes Back.
So true.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it works. Yeah, the Ags, feeding an Ags to Dragonite is kind of cool. It gives him a lot of magic resistance. That part is really excellent. And then free pathing, that's kind of nice too. And obviously levels up his ulti. But yeah, I kind of agree with the panel. Maybe Seb goes for a faster Blink Dagger, tries to get active, then gives Ags later on. That could be an option. Or they try to make the Ags Arc Warden be really effective too. It could give them a lot of math control if they just spam Spark Rates around the tower.
Well, Boxy is going to get caught here by the side of OG, but again, he is the Timber Saw. He hasn't opted to scale anything just yet either, so start off with that Dragon Tail. Ooh, we're in fine form coming out here from Liquid. To be fair, OG will usually do the same thing right back, so.
It was incredible how well timed that was. Like they counted it down. They're like, okay, guys, we got to tip him at the same exact moment. Boom, 4 hits him.
Yeah, it's all about that mental warfare here, you know? OG, they're kings of that. These are the guys that go in and they're just having fun. They're laughing. You saw the way mid one giggled when they saw that Arc Warden getting picked up. You gotta have a strong mental game too, Purge. I expect to see that in your coaching from now on too. Good. But yeah, we do have the Arc Warden here. He's going to be duking it out with m'iCKe. And a nice stat over there. Overwhelmingly picked on Radiant 14 times, 99 in DPC, but not ever picked up here in EU just yet.
Yeah, we'll see if it ends up working out. Lanes are going to be a bit weird. We put Dragonite against Razor, which should be pretty good for Razor since he's a melee hero that you can sap damage from. Puck versus Death Prophet will fine. No Tail, not willing to trade right now, running for his life here. Not quite ready to fight yet.
Oh, he's out of the Spirit side for sure.
And then Taiga jungling.
I feel like a lot of the pressure is on, you know, this Arc Warden to have all that damage, right? Because you're gonna have some tanky boys coming out from the side of OG, but you know, Dragonite not really known for being able to, you know, dish out that damage.
Point. Yeah, Dragonite's damage is oftentimes he's more about initiating more so than dealing DPS. They've got some upsides, I guess. I mean, Acid Spray is still going to amplify whatever damage you're dealing. Death Prophet support often does way more damage than a typical 5-position hero does if you keep her alive with that going. So there's some damage methods that should be effective.
Yeah, but we're already seeing, you know, that advantage that a Razor can have against a DK. Takes a decent chunk of that damage away from him. have an easier time going for these hits here.
It's kind of cool having the Timber Saw against the Elk lanes. Like BSJ pointed out in the last game, you asked to spray creep waves, and then they can't fight you in that. But Timber can, because he has an abnormally high amount of armor from reactive armor, so he doesn't care as much to deal with this. And having Timber against all these melee cores, excellent for Boxy. It's definitely one of his better heroes, so I'm sure he's going to be able to have a good game here. The typical Orb of Venom rundown on heroes that can't trade with you. He's doing a great job in this lane.
Just chasing that Boxy here. Definitely a threat in this lane for sure.
Topson
We already
trouble
saw
mid.
that. Topson getting ganged here by Taiga. The Aether Remnant drags him back in, and
Quite well, 6-line no kill. So looked like Topson got a little aggressive on the opposite side of the map, but Taiga moved over, got a disable off, and therefore they got the easier rundown. Our Fortnite's a really slow hero. I think he's like 285. Yeah, 285 without boots. So if you do get out of position, you've got a long chase.
I do like the way that the Enigma's kind of bouncing around these two lanes and making sure that, you know, he can respond if they get a little bit too overzealous, which is something that, you know, OG does like to be very aggressive. We talked about this in the first game.
I do like to be aggressive, yeah. So moving around can definitely help win these lanes potentially. But 2 kills right now for Team Liquid. They're pretty happy with their game position, especially if they can limit a little bit the overall farm of their opponents. Seb looking like he feels like he has to go lead the lane. Scrap in to stack a jungle camp. We'll see if he gets a double stack here. They're probably going to do an attack and then an acid spray. I guess here, but Taiga moves over. Stack and try to farm it. So this is where things get iffy for offlane help. We saw when 3Q played it, AFK jungling was still pretty quick, especially when you get Grievous Greed and skip Unstable Concoction and getting a Mud Golem camp stack. It's a lot of summons, but you know he's not going to get the Ags nearly as fast this game most likely with this lane setup.
Is that going to end? I mean, we've talked about this before, the fact that, you know, in game number 1, mid 1 won the lane handedly, and then also, you know, the Alchemist had a great time. Is that going to automatically set them off as a detriment?
It absolutely should, yeah, because the Ags are going to come later. Look at the other lanes. Topson got killed mid. His net worth, or still, last hits are still good. He's sitting at 24, and he's going to go Midas, still fine. But, I mean, look, Mike doesn't straight in the top lane. Still twice now. Exactly, like he's got boots already. He basically knows that he can win this lane. Mid one can't out-harass him. So, like, having Razor in this circumstance, they just picked basically 2 side lane cores that are just really good at fighting.
A dive on here in the bottom lane for Soxa. No Tail is going to join in. Foxy does have those mangoes if necessary. He's going to Timber Chain. He's still chasing after Soxa here. He's going deep into these woods. This is not looking super great here for Soxa as Boxy just slowly just wrestling his face. Not the way you want to go down as m'iCKe and Insania over in the mid lane trying to make the plays on Topson, trying to get this kill. Are they going to be able to do it? Yes, they are. As m'iCKe, final hit.
You guys, offlane Alchemist is terrible, clearly. And that is why they're losing. Now, but basically Liquid just identified, they said like they're going to try to do the same Kraptos again, and then they just picked the right heroes. They got 2 side lane cores that win their matchups pretty convincingly. They happen to get them in matchups that are very good. Having Timbersaw versus Alch is perfect. Having Razor versus an offlane DK is perfect. And they happen to kill Topson in the mid lane now twice. They're winning 3 lanes. This is like a massive advantage for Liquid.
Really enjoying sapping all of that damage there from mid 1. Chases him down. Looks like they're trying to make some plays over here on m'iCKe, but you know, what are you going to do with a Death Prophet 5? You've got some nice silence, yes, but it's a lot more difficult, right, than compared to what they have going on the side of Liquid.
Then he's struggling for gold and levels because of the fact that he's died twice in lane now. Just picking up a magic stick and a raindrop, it'll help him survive burst, but having a boots at this position would feel a lot better. But either way, Void Spirit getting 6, like, yeah, you're not going to be able to kill him. The best thing you can do now is just sit behind him and be ready for the dive when it comes, because m'iCKe is definitely thinking about it with that GD.
You can see the way that the sports are playing. They do spot out Taiga, though, over here, so they'll be able to force him out of the jungle. But the tower goes down. Foxy taking it around a little bit before 7 minutes. Very...
He's not even sacrificing himself much here. He will get gone on, but it's a long chase. He's got boots. His opponents are half booted here.
Oh, Boxy chasing after Soxa again. He has just been bullying this poor Rubik on and off non-stop. Down he goes. Although it does look like they're trying to make some plays. m'iCKe though with the double damage. He's sitting very low. Has to be careful. He's taking a lot. Not quite gonna be enough. That Crypt Storm not strong enough either. As m'iCKe 70-something hit point. Gonna be able to walk away. The Chakras doing a lot of damage. m'iCKe, he's just tossing back and forth with him here. Is he finally gonna get punished? No, he's not. No, not looking like he's gonna be in trouble. Seth next to wall. If they get one more hit off, and by God, they will.
Not looking good for OG, guys. That's a big loss of heroes here. They almost got m'iCKe, but he just min-maxes it there and stays alive. I'm sure any Liquid fan is really excited right now. That is so big.
Look
Here it is again. m'iCKe in trouble, not looking so good. Gets the double jump, all three Topson. Insania blocks him about 3 times in a row. Really nice move there by Liquid to throw the game briefly, but it couldn't stop him. m'iCKe gets a ton of shield right there, and No-Tail only having level 1 nuke really cost him there. If No-Tail's level 4, 100% he dies.
I think he went down to 42 hit points during that whole thing and still was able to walk away. That almost looked like he's just gonna yawn.
Yeah.
I will say,
no.
Foxy is just a big threat right now. There's not a whole heck of a lot that they really can do against the Timber with their lineup at this time.
He's such a good player playing from ahead. Like, it's one of his greatest strengths, I think, as an offlane player. That if he does get these like hero matchup advantages, he knows where to go. He knows how to be aggressive. Like, just getting Topson's HP to half is massive because now Topson is not going to want to play aggressive anytime soon here. And he's also shifted from the lane that was easy to kill, the safe lane tower, and he instantly goes mid. And basically his whole team can ignore him, knowing that he's ahead, knowing that he can also pressure heroes. Instead, he's now going to rotate top because that's where OG's pressuring. He just wants to go everywhere. That's going to make it inconvenient for OG to play Dota.
Here's Ivan coming out from No-Tail. Insania standing nearby. No 6 yet. No-Tail looks like he's gonna fall. Regents a decent amount, but... And over on the bottom lane, Sox is just getting chased by m'iCKe this entire time.
They're just rotating all
Dancing back. Okay, maybe they get a kill on Taiga.
Taiga's super farm though. He's already got Necro 1 and he's a 4 position hero, by the way. He's been jungling. His net worth is slightly higher than Arc Wardens. It's almost the same as Dragon Knights. And everybody else on Liquid side is massively ahead. So this is still looking excellent for Liquid. They're basically just...
Okay, they don't have anything to interrupt that TP, so he's going to be able to teleport out, no problem, but definitely got very low with Foxy just yo-yoing a death back and forth there. Bottle refill, pressure in 2 lanes.
They'll commit to this tower now, I assume. They've got Necro 1 in about 17 seconds here. And they've got smokes ready on Enigma too. They could try to smoke around. They're just going to play it safe. They don't need to like smoke and hard commit for these engagements. They catch the Observer there. That's huge. Going to make it even harder for OG to defend because they're not going to necessarily know exactly where the heroes are. So now Foxy does it solo. Quakefoot going to retreat from top. And Sox is still trying to catch up in net worth on the bot lane. Insania will get them as well. So just really easy pressure mid. No-Tail might die in the mid lane. Looking dead.
Yeah, he's getting chased here by Foxy. A couple of clicks. And eventually down goes No-Tail. They'll lose Topson to the top lane though, but all the black ball coming in from Taiga. Quakefoot gonna be able to fight them left and right. They get the kill on Seth. Mid 1 is left all alone. They have the double damage on m'iCKe. It's gonna be Taiga who cleans up. A disaster for OG.
The
Bottom lane,
Liquid.
they're gonna go right after something. They just wanted levels, guys. No, it's a double, or sorry, a triple kill for m'iCKe.
The amount of map control and like efficiency they're getting out of the map is insane. Taiga TP'd mid, he summoned his Eidolons, he spawned his Necro, and they destroyed mid while Timber is killing the support that tries to defend it. And in the meantime, I'm like, oh, the tower's dead. Then I look top, boom, black hole. So all the summons mid, he doesn't even need to be top to participate in that fight. And they're just consistently winning all lanes. This is like the most winning 3 lanes crap I've seen, and maybe all DPC. Because it's not like they just won the laning stage. It's like they are constantly winning 3 lanes, no matter where they go.
Right into Boxy, right in Taiga. m'iCKe's coming in hot with that 8th of then Boxy gets himself yet another kill. Are indeed dead. Quakefoot's just
queued up his eggs.
Quakefoot has not left his lane, I'm pretty sure. He's just been allowed to do pretty much anything. He did rotate once at one point. But look at these TTs coming out immediately. He's so fast with Insania. Waning Rift coming forward here. Doesn't have the Dream Coil for another 12 seconds. Taiga getting into position, does not have Black Hole, but of course we'll go drop that Midnight Pulse. Does a decent amount of damage. Is now stuck. Isolated from the rest of his team. Quakefoot's just dancing around here. He's walking his Alchemist over here, and he's gonna be able to, no, he does get stunned up. One more hit will do the trick, and down goes Seth. It's not looking great for mid 1 either, as he's just getting blinked away by Fox. Fox over in the corner there, just just getting steamrolled here.
Because Puck is a higher level than Dragon Knight is right now. That's a 5 positions poor. This is not good.
As Tempest up going
Blightus.
down. He did get his Midas off though. You know, efficiency.
Good for him. And then he Midas Razor by dying.
m'iCKe is on the hunt, and they will not only take down the Tempest double up top, but they'll take down the original copy. And this one, his hand Midas is not on cooldown.
Tower is no more.
Passive
I think so.
Midas.
Tower is under attack.
I think the strategy is it really effectively dismantled this game. Like, I think what was kind of crucial about OG last game was that Monkey King has an eggs pickup, really effective, right? But Monkey King also is a lane winner.
Right.
And that's what was crucial here. Their Ags potential heroes here are not like crazy lane winners, and they're not as flexible as a Monkey King is. So OG just had the better draft for the strategy in game 1. Game 2 heavily punished by Liquid's reaction.
Foxa already gets gone right back in. They'll go the easy exorcism, but they're just not doing much damage over here as Boxy, of course, can just go hit the chain away. Go for doing a decent amount though. Are they finally going to be able to take down Boxy? Yes, they do. Go back in again. Koifa dancing around. No tail. So chasing after 3-4 coming up over onto the back line. So they go. They take down mid-1. And now No Tail trying to just get as much damage with these guns related as possible. So he doesn't go down, but he does fall. And now Seth getting chased behind the tier 2. The GG gets called. OG, they had enough. As Liquid figures it out, m'iCKe gets a rampage. And this is, you know, one of the strengths of Liquid, I feel, is that they're very quick on the uptake.
Really, they equalized it out. They made the strat look bad, and that is the weakness of offlane out right there. If you can